best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is a big business. Your business is our business.
There's lots and lots of great fun business going on. Just want to remind everybody that this afternoon we're actually hosting an event with our friends over at Stern Storming. They've got a Stern Storming event at 2:00 here at the in the building where we broadcast out of 2821 South Parker Road. You can go on to the Facebook and RSVP, just look for the Stern Storming event, or you can go to the experiencepros.com website, experiencepros.com, and click on the calendar, and you'll see all the details for the event today. It starts at 2:00, and it's a hands-on workshop for getting your business. Actually, I'm going to pull up the details for getting your business going. A Stern Storming, a better way to market your business.
He's going to give you a way to, you're going to create a page on your website today that will be a landing page for how to attract a certain, whatever you want to attract, a certain demographic of clientele, and how to connect with them and make it resonate with them. Get some action. Make your website work for you.
Absolutely. If you have any questions about the event, call Daryl at 303-353-4354.
You know, I've discovered you can't track what you don't measure.
Sure, I've heard that phrase before, right?
And I think it's true.
I mean, it's kind of like setting up a goal, and I think we're busy every day and we're doing stuff, but if we're not measuring it, then we don't recognize how far we've come.
Well, and that's just it. Some of us are getting so much stuff done, and I'm confused. Is it buttload or boatload?
Is what?
Are we getting a buttload of stuff done?
No, we're not getting.
Are we getting a boatload?
No, it is this.
I don't know the difference between buttload.
Seriously.
Or boatload.
No, it is not buttload.
How do you know?
Because there isn't.
Butts can be loaded.
No, stop. No, but we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff in the boat, and you're overloading the boat.
I don't know.
And when you overload the boat can drown.
Let us consult the authority.
What's the authority?
The interweb.
Oh.
What? I've discovered that you're probably thinking the wrong thing.
No. I am not.
So when I say buttload,
I did la.
What goes through your head?
You. You and your dirty little thoughts?
No. Okay, so listen to this. You've been thinking wrong all this time about buttloads.
Jeez.
All right?
No, it's not a real thing. It's a real thing. No, it's not a real thing. It's just how people have taken the word boat and made it more slang by saying butt because it was funny, but it doesn't actually mean it's boat.
Excuse me?
In the boat. No, it sounds like a weird
from
word.
North Dakota or Minnesota.
Boat?
No, listen to me. A butt, B-U-T-T, is a traditional unit of volume used for wines and other alcoholic beverages.
Excuse me?
Hello? A butt is generally defined to be 2 hogsheads, but the size of the hogsheads varies according to the content. In the United States, a hogshead is typically 63 gallons, and a butt is 126 gallons.
I knew my butt was big. You're going to start comparing my butt to the hogshead, aren't you?
No, because you know I'm all about that bass. No trouble. No. So you've been wrong about buttload this whole time. Everybody thought that buttload was a typo for boatload.
I just thought it was the slang.
It's not.
It really is a true measurement.
A true measurement. And
I don't think though that that my friends, if I was to say that we have a buttload, that they're familiar with the Middle English version unit.
It's not Middle English. You went all King James on me.
I know.
It's not.
I know. It's like
the
Shakespeare.
U.S.
Shakespeare would say that.
We're talking about hogsheads here. Okay? Don't get me started on hogsheads. Boatload is that cargo, the cargo that a vessel carries or is capable of carrying. It's that big cargo ship that you normally think of as sailing down the way. There is a third colloquialism that I will not be sharing.
Okay. Why not?
Because it's what comes out of a buttload. And I will not be sharing
wine.
That.
We just determined it was wine.
Right.
But you're talking about poo.
No, I'm not talking about poo. I'm not saying anything about that.
But that's the third thing.
I'm not saying that.
Again, the slang.
I won't bring
you
that.
Go from...
I am a gentle man bringing gentle topics today.
Buttload to poo load. But,
no, I don't. You do.
Well, I didn't, but you
said poo. You're the first and only person who said poo today.
But because you can't say that other word on the radio.
You can't track what you don't measure. If you want to measure your success, you need to know, did you get done a buttload or a boatload of work today?
Well, okay. Well, how much is a boatload then? Is boatload not right? Is boatload the slang of the butt?
No.
Like it really was buttload, but then other people called it boatload. Right. That boatload is the slang.
No, there's two different things. A cargo vessel that carries big containers is way bigger than a butt.
Well, no kidding.
A butt only carries 126 gallons. You mark my words on this. I'm right.
I know that you're
kills you, doesn't
you're
it?
Filtering in truth with Eric. Now he's reading the text.
Poor guy's driving down the interstate and he had to pull over because. Sorry, Nick. All right. Well, there you go. If you want to track something, make sure that you measure it. And according to this, you need to know, did you do a buttload or a boatload of work? That's all you need to know.
What did you do? Buttload or boatload?
Clearly, I did a boatload.
Goodness.
I'd like to do a buttload later. Coming on next on the Experience Pros Radio Show, Positive Business Talk.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Your business is growing, but your computers are slowing. We can fix that. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we can help you take on the challenges of your growing business by helping you get the most out of your systems through availability managed services. We provide reliable protection with 24/7 system monitoring. Check us out at c2cc.net or call us at 303-933-1113. That's C-Squared Computer Consulting at c2cc.net.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Want to know more? Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to join us for hours. Here's a little trivia fact about your good friend Eric. I spent 10 years in the Black Hills of Wyoming and South Dakota. I went to school at Black Hills State University in Spearfish, South Dakota. And one of the places that I visited more than anybody ever really ought to is Mount Rushmore.
Really? How many
Yes,
times
ma'am.
do you think?
Oh, way more than 100 times.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It is a beautiful, beautiful monument. And we brought in our expert guest today, Richard Sarasani. You might know him from his stage name, Richard Kane. He actually played
General Hospital?
Bill Watson on General Hospital.
Holy cow!
I know, we're pretty excited. He's a professional actor, member of the Screen Actors Guild, but he actually just wrote a brand new book called Love Letters from Mount Rushmore, the story of a marriage, a monument, and a moment in history. Richard, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome.
Richard,
Thank you very much for that introduction. Thank you, guys.
Very nice to have you on the show, Richard. When we get done with this, I'd like you to stay on the line. I want to know when I should change my name to a screen name. Let's talk about the book. The book
Okay.
that you wrote. Well, first of all, it's a historical piece, yes?
Well, yeah, because it's centered around Mount Rushmore, because that my dad, as a young sculptor, got the call from Gutzon Borglum to come out here and to work with him. And then, of course, the plan was stopped by our enemies of those days, which were Hitler and Mussolini. They
Sure.
brought the world to its knees, and the shrine of democracy never was finished. But we get a good view of what the workers and stuff went through, and of course my parents dealing with being 1,500 miles apart. So it's a story that exists because I happened to be snooping around in my attic, which was a difficult place to go, knowing my dad had worked at Mount Rushmore, but never knowing that there was a trunk there. And you might call my mom a pack rat. When I got to this trunk and cleared things off it and broke into it, I didn't really have to break that hard, but to get into it, it was a trunk that she was a pack rat. She kept every single letter between their correspondence when they started out, Dad having come by way of Brazil to United States, and their courtship, but there was letters from Mount Rushmore. That's where the title comes from, and then also the heads of the president that my dad was sculpturing for.
Wait, president's heads were in the box?
Yeah, the actual heads that he had planned to sell to tourists as as a souvenir or something, and they had every picture. Even they had one smoking gun, which I've never found the letter that say why was there a picture of Theodore Roosevelt there. Of course, Teddy Roosevelt, there was the head there, but why was there one of that, of Theodore Roosevelt? Well, who knows what Gutzon Borglum had in his mind, but it's a revealing story of coming out of the Great Depression, waiting for your lucky break, and that was when Gutzon Borglum knocked at his door and said, "Here an artist lives here, please come and work for me." And him getting out there and not being what he thought it would be, thought it was going to be the savior of the world, coming to work for Gutzon Borglum, and it was a mining camp, basically. It was a very difficult situation. So anyways, to make a long story short, it was all in the trunk. I knew my dad worked at Mount Rushmore, but I didn't know what they went through, and the people at the Mount Rushmore said the most graphic example of living on that mountain that they're aware of. Doesn't mean that someone else didn't write letters, but no one's found them in a trunk so far and published them. So it opens a new look at the mountain and what they went through and what Gutzon Borglum's plans were for democracy and the record here in the United States.
What an exciting find. And Richard, the fact that you found all of these trinkets, these love letters, probably gave you a really neat just kind of history back into your parents' marriage, having to live 1,500 miles apart in days where right now we're so connected, right? We have text messaging and Skype and the internet and everything, and they had to wait for all those letters. And so what a neat story, but then to piece it together with the history kind of behind the scenes and never seen before story of behind the the scenes of Mount Rushmore. The book is called Love Letters from Mount Rushmore, The Story of a Marriage, a Monument, and a Moment in History by Richard Sarasani, known as Richard Kane on stage. Now, Richard, you went from acting to writing a book. That was a big jump for you.
Well, it wasn't, because, acting teaches you that there's a problem. You face the problem, you meet the problem, you try to solve the problem, you resolve it, and you go on. And that's what the book is full of, problem solving. I mean, Mom and Dad literally were struggling through the Great Depression. Dad was shoveling snow, working as a night clerk, doing anything he could. Mom was taking care of 2 little kids and going door to door selling all occasion cards. Then a lucky break came. I mean, there was no government to hand out, different programs and stuff like that. When they didn't have enough money, they moved in with each other's parents and visited on a weekend. So anyways, it tells the struggle what people went through. And I think you were very keen on saying people didn't communicate that way we do today. They literally 7 days round trip was a letter to come just to fill in questions that were dying to know the answers to. And in what I've learned is I'm not a writer. I mean, if I wrote like this, my wife would have been much, much more happier. I mean, things like the letters, my most adorable wife, darling, if God ever made a lonesome man, one whose very heart is breaking, he made me. Never have I missed or longed for anyone or anybody as I do now. Now I realize what you meant. Nature with its beauty cannot replace the hunger for human life. Well, it's filled with communications that, they face their problems. Dad was told, oh my gosh, you're good looking, you're a sculptor, you're here at Mount Rushmore, the women like you, why aren't you taking advantage of it? It's a story of heroes that unsung heroes. Obviously, the 4 presidents are great men, but when I think of what my parents went through, now I knew they were good parents, but never did I know Mother went out there and lived in a tent and had a bucket of water to bathe in each day. The things I learned from reading that book were just fascinating.
Well,
and also she was pregnant at the time and had a miscarriage. I didn't know I lost a little, they said, sister. People didn't talk about things that way.
No, they didn't.
But it's all in the letters.
Yeah, it was a different time,
so,
for sure.
Richard, we have to go quickly here, but I just want to know, as you turn the pages of your book, of course, you being best known for Bill Watson on General Hospital, do you set up the different chapters with an ending? You are the father of that child.
Yeah. I wish I were, but literally I let the book do the writing and the people piece it together, and I sent good material to the producers, and they took care of it. And I'm just lucky to be along for the ride.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so glad you found the trunk. I'm glad that you were inquisitive enough to get in there and find out and pull out all those details and find it into a story. Go and pick up a copy of Love Letters from Mount Rushmore, The Story of a Marriage, a Monument, and a Moment in History. Richard, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you very much for chatting with me. I sure enjoyed it.
Right back at you, my friend.
Have a great day.
We certainly will. And though Mount Rushmore was never really completed, it sure got a lot further along than that crazy horse monument, the other one across the road. So let's move on. We've got positive business talk coming next, business tips and insights. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Bumper Dock Denver is now open for bumper repair, windshield chip repair, paintless dent, ding, and auto body repair, and they're upfront and honest about prices, usually posted in the lobby. As your car's cosmetic surgeon, Bumper Dock Denver also does headlight restoration, interior repair, detailing, paint touch-up, and wheel repair, all at fair prices and usually in a day or less. If your car gets injured, just call the doc. Bumper Dock Denver, 303-369-7292. That's 303-369-7292. Online at BumperDockDenver.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship options, and more. Sign up today at experiencepros.com.
SharpNet Solutions has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
The Dana Show, 6 p.m. weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
You're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, then you're no, you're in, then you're out, you're up, then you're down.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. If you're hot and you're cold, you need to know the folks who are coming up next with business tips and insights.
We've got Mel and Bobby Sue Bowman from Bowman HVAC. And we're having way too much fun with you guys in the studio. I love that you guys come in the studio every week.
Yeah, I think it definitely makes it a lot more fun.
It is a lot more fun.
It is more fun. Well, we will give your contact information if somebody is hot and cold, when you're cold when you want to be hot, or hot when they want to be cold. But what is our business tip this week?
Today we are trying to talk about positivity and how much we love being a part of the Experience Pros Network, and we love the message that you guys are, trying to portray, and how important it is that, where's the love? Like, people just don't have that anymore. And the way I grew up, my parents were very, very appreciative, very, say thank you, say please, be appreciative if somebody helps you. And so,
but you just don't see that anymore.
Don't. And especially in business, it's just actually very, very sad to me that people aren't, I don't know.
That they're just not nice to each other.
I know.
Right? We take each other for granted.
We
just
do.
kind of, hey, go get that. Hey, do that. And our manners are gone. And once the manners gone, it's a slippery slope to, I think when Eric and I used to do business consulting, we taught customer service. And your first level of customers were your employees.
Yes.
And very often we would be brought in because the employees were not getting along. And they were just sarcastic and kind of backbiting and rude to each other.
Hurtful.
And they would all, I remember a phrase, somebody saying to us, we just need to grow thicker skin. Have you heard that phrase?
Oh, yes.
And rather than growing thicker skin, and actually being able to take the rudeness and
abuse,
What
call
if
it
we
what it
all-
is.
What if we just had thinner skin and we're nicer to each other?
I know. I mean, you can do one little positive thing for somebody and it can make their day, their week, and then you never know. You can seriously change somebody's life by doing one little thing.
Mel, how do you bring this into practice at Bowman Heating and Air?
Well, we especially have started noticing it since she and I work together.
So it starts from the top.
It starts with mom and dad.
Absolutely, because if mama ain't happy,
exactly,
ain't nobody happy.
But no, we just really, I was getting to where I was becoming demanding and just saying and expecting things, All right, send this email, do this, do that, do that. What do you need to say? Please.
What do you need to say?
Yeah.
You want me to do what?
Yeah, exactly. Your mom raised you better than that, and we do tend to lose respect for each other because we lose sight of what we're here for. It's not just to work. It's for the business to work for us. And we need to be respectful of each other and our customers and everyone in the workplace. Matt has been a real big help for us, and I try to show him that I'm very thankful for what he does because he takes a lot of work off of me.
Matt is the person working with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Matt Feathers.
They're invaluable, right?
Absolutely.
And we do appreciate them.
Yes.
They are important to us.
Yes.
We just have to remember and implement those systems every day to remind them so that they know it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, good stuff. Well, we love the way that you interact, not only with each other, with your staff, and it does trickle down into your customer service, which is why you offer extreme customer service.
Mel, how many times do people come up to you and say, your wife is hot? Because that's a campaign that we're running on behalf of Bowman.
It's one of those, Mel, you go, well, she is, but no, she isn't.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
My wife is gorgeous.
Yeah, there you go.
And
she is very comfortable.
It's a great campaign that we're running here on the radio show. Your wife is hot, and the whole point of it is to get people to realize that you don't have to be uncomfortable if your air conditioning isn't working, or when it comes fall time, your heater isn't working. You need to call Bowman HVAC. Where do they call?
They call 303-622-6502. That's 303-622-6502.
I love it. Well, Mel's wife is gorgeous, but she is temperature controlled, which is very nice. But if your wife is hot or cold, when she wants to be hot, make sure you
or
call
when you want her.
Bowman HVAC. See, it's good for everything.
Just
It's
saying.
good for your relationship. It's
sure.
all good. And Mama will be happy. Give that phone number one more time.
303-622-6502.
Find them online at bowmanhvac.com. Bobby Sue, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
And Mel, we love having you as well.
Thank you, Eric.
All right. How do you get things done in the office?
Sticky notes.
What?
Sticky notes.
No.
Yes.
If I see one more sticky note, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it, Angel. You have a problem.
I do have, you know how you just have like your one office supplier, your one little thing you just can't get enough of? For me, it's sticky notes, but it's the real deal.
Hey, it's not an office supply.
I do not like generic brands. They don't stick right. They leave a goo. They're bad for business and bad
agree with that.
for everything.
You want it to stick properly.
I want the real sticky
Go
note. But
3M.
I actually found a cute little article that said the best way to get other people to do a quick little task for you is by sending them a little sticky note.
It totally works for you.
It totally works. It's sticky note etiquette that says you can't remove a sticky note until you complete the task. And so by receiving a personalized request, a cute little sticky note.
Usually stick it right in the middle of my computer screen.
Right, a cute little sticky note. The task get completed far more effectively than sending an email request.
I agree with that.
You are going to receive a few more sticky notes.
I'm gonna lose
They work. So next time you find yourself frustrated that a colleague isn't completing something, leave a little sticky note on their desk. It's more likely to be seen since it won't be swimming around in a sea of emails, and it will actually get done. But just as Bobby Sue talked about, being nice and having kindness in the office, add a cute little smiley face or a please and a thank you.
I prefer X's, O's, and hearts.
Instead of a, will you do this already?
It's the last time I'm warning you. All right.
And then another plus is there's so many fun colors and designs to choose from. Who doesn't love a sticky note?
Do you remember the series of cactus sticky notes that you had for a long time? Because I sure do. God, I hate sticky notes. All right, well, I say this completely tongue-in-cheek. Thank you, Lily Herman, for the article that inspired Angel. More positive business talk coming next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Dude, your wife's hot.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding. She's really hot.
Yeah, I married up.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
4 local groups have joined forces to create one epic event to keep your business on track. On July 30th, join Infinite Nation, The Connecting Experts, Extreme Relationship Management, and the Experience Pros Radio Show at the PPA Event Center for the Epic Summer Summit. Come to network, connect, and get focused on keeping your goals on track. Get your BOGO tickets for the Epic Summer Summit online at theconnectingexperts.com. Theconnectingexperts.com. Proceeds benefit Mile High Women's Outreach, helping to stop human trafficking here in Colorado. Make a difference and attend the Epic Summer Summit on July 30th.
Tune in every Monday at 11:35 for What's Going On with Jim Smith from Prudential. Jim will host a lively conversation about the financial and investment topics you're asking about. You can call Jim and his Prudential team directly at 303-669-9701 and tune in on Monday mornings right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Are you an expert? At Experience Pros, we feature the best in business, and we're looking for industry experts to share tips with our audience. If you're an expert who offers great customer service and you'd like to be a part of the Experience Pros radio show, click on the radio interview request at experiencepros.com. We want our audience to hear from you. Go to experiencepros.com and fill out the radio interview request and start spreading the news that you're going to be on the radio.
John Rush during the afternoon rush today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Dear Angel, I want to make sure that you understand that actually what you should be talking about is me. And I'm sorry that you haven't been talking about me more.
Excuse me?
Well, you know, there's certain words when you write an email that really irritate people.
I'm irritating people with my emails?
No. Maybe not you, but some people.
Some people.
Right.
Some people.
Yeah,
Are you meaning you? Is
Huh?
this like a hidden message?
No, these are everyday words that make you sound pretty rude in emails, and you mean nothing by them, but you need to cut a couple of words from your vocabulary when it comes to email.
We do, and I think that sometimes I think that the theme that Bobby Sue and Mel Bowman brought in today, talking about showing gratitude and just being kind to people, we've just gotten away from, I don't know, the etiquette, good manners, and it's a slippery slope to then everything we talk about has me focus, and we're not at all paying attention or concerned or have any empathy for the person on the other end.
Well, let's talk about that word me for just a moment, because it's not the word me that you necessarily need to avoid, though it is the word that we want you to cut out. It's everything that me represents. It's being internally focused, being rather than concentrating on how I can help you. It's an off limits kind of a word. I'll give you an example. Hey, Sean, when you have a moment, could you please send me the info on next Wednesday's campaign launch? I want to double check a couple of details before it goes live.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you would think that's a normal
Right,
thing,
that's a normal thing. Send me something. I
Send
need the
me,
detail.
I
Yeah.
want to check.
I think that is that doesn't sound rude or
Let's see if we can step it up a notch.
okay.
Hey, Sean, when you have a moment, could you please send over the next Wednesday's campaign info, double checking a couple of details before it goes live to make sure the client is happy? Takes you out of it, takes the me out of it, and
They just took out the word me.
just
When you
a-
have a moment, could you please send over?
send over instead of me.
Send, yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Instead of I want to, just it's the you assume. Double checking a couple of details before it goes live.
Well, okay, so here's, a gal said in 1 week she drastically improved her professional communication skills just by removing the 3 words. One of them is the word me.
Right.
The other word is actually, and the third word is sorry.
Right.
But she says just by those 3 words improved her professional communication skills in a week.
Well, you know what the problem with actually is?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's because when you use the word actually, it's usually because you are correcting someone.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Here's an example. A little email back and forth. That wording felt a little misleading, so I changed it. And then the person says, actually, I pulled that sentence from the company website.
It's not an awful response, right? Because it came from the company website.
Right? How about this? Instead of saying, actually, that wording came from the company website, how about saying something like, hey, thanks for your feedback. I used that sentence because I found it on their website.
That sentence actually communicates the same information, but you sound a little more respectful.
Yeah, but you used
friendly.
actually in the word actually in the sentence.
What?
You said that word actually.
I did say actually.
Yeah. You can't use actually in the definition of the definition.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Definitely.
It's going to be hard to get
It
rid of
is.
some of these words.
So here's an actually alternative
Yes.
is definitely.
Got it.
I see.
Great point.
Makes sense.
That's understandable.
All right, there we go. I think it's going to be tough to take the word actually out of, and I think it's also going to be tough to take the word we. I, several years ago, took the word but out of my sentences. Not load and not butt load and not wine
I thought that was
units.
what you were talking about.
B-U-T. You know, just, I like this, but I prefer that.
Why did you remove but?
Because I
Why
heard.
did you take your butt out of your sentences?
Because you're supposed to replace the word but with the word and to make it more positive.
But you don't mean and.
I do. So I like this and I prefer that. I like what you did here and I prefer that. And actually you can, in most cases, probably 90% of the cases, you can replace the word but with the word and, or you can actually just start 2 sentences. Stop saying that. Second word, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Most people when they say sorry, they don't really mean it. It doesn't really merit an apology.
Sorry, I said but.
Sorry. You should be sorry you said but.
Load.
No.
No.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
You can't say that.
Sorry.
Alternatives. Angel, you're right. Angel, I apologize. Going forward,
Angel, I understand why you're upset.
I remember teaching this to my children early on about the word sorry. Somebody would bump into each other or do something and somebody be upset and they're like, sorry, sorry, sorry. I was hearing the word sorry all the time.
Oh, that doesn't get mama happy at all.
It doesn't. It is so overused. It's flippant. It's not genuine. Even the phrase "I apologize," which sounds like it should carry a little bit more weight, is still not as heartfelt to me.
Well, sorry is just so brief, right?
It is.
And you know where briefs go.
All right. So here's the thing. Sorry, I forgot, or sorry, I didn't do that, or sorry, this happened. You can still say the phrase, but add to it the specific of it. I'm sorry that I didn't show up. I totally forgot. It wasn't on my calendar. This is what happened, and this is how I'll fix it next time. I'm sorry that I didn't communicate that to you. It missed, it slipped through the cracks. I thought I sent that email to you. I meant to include you. Telling them why you're apologizing and how you're going to fix it in the first place or in the next situation.
So those are the 3 words that you need to remove from your vocabulary. Here are some words that you should include. You ready?
If you say but.
I'm not going to say but. Why would you think I was going to say buttload?
If you say.
I'm not going to.
Those are not words you should include.
I will not say buttload.
In fact, I think that while this show may be feeling like it's brought to you by the word, it's kind of like a little Sesame Street thing, it has not.
No,
what should we be saying?
If you don't know what we're talking about when we're talking about buttloads and boatloads, you go to the beginning of the show. The archives are available at the Experience Pros website. It's not what you think.
No. We explained there is a true scientific measurement unit.
It's a measurement of wine. It's 126 gallons.
We thought it was a slang
a lot of wine.
term, but it isn't.
It's not.
But
that's not what we're talking about.
The way that Eric is using it is absolutely slang.
I don't believe
because
that.
We're not at all talking about wine.
We're not even talking about butt or load or buttload. What we're talking about are the words that you should take out of your emails. And now I wanted to give you the words that we're going to put in. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No. That's the words.
Oh.
Those are the words. You want to put thank you into your vocabulary. Do you know that Starbucks says that they increased their sales, believe it or not, 126% simply by at what they call the handoff plane, when the barista gives you your coffee at Starbucks, they do what's called an exit greeting. Thank you so very much. We know you have a choice. Thank you for bringing your business here. It will actually increase sales because people will want to go where they are felt appreciated.
They absolutely. What are you giving me that look for? What is that? What do you mean? He's like,
I brought it. I brought something positive. I gave you something completely unexpected.
You totally did. But then you totally dismiss, you take away the let me appreciate you because you brought this great thing, because you gave me a see that? See, Angel? I can bring something smart. You did bring something smart. But that's one of those things about, I'm very good at keeping secrets. Okay, if you have to tell me.
This is where you should practice the word thank you.
I would have if I didn't get a see, Angel? I can bring that.
Okay, so in our last minute here in this segment, I'd like to know why you do that with your voice when you imitate men.
I'm trying to get.
All of a sudden, we're dumb.
No, it's not a dumb. I can't.
You can't go that low.
I'm trying to give a little baritone to my voice. I'm not trying to be dumb.
Oh my god!
Just trying to baritone it down a little bit.
Go back and look at the video. I'm pretty sure she was trying to be dumb.
No. But the look he gave me, it's like, give me some credit. Okay, give me credit. I remember I read a book called Silver Boxes by Florence Littauer years ago. I probably read this book 20 years ago. Yeah. Beautiful story about how we try to take credit for things right in the moment. And we want people to give us credit. And we're kind of up there waving our flag. Notice me. See this good thing I did. See this good deed. Thank me. But there's a higher purpose, the goodness that we give. And whether or not we get that recognition in the moment, it's like our silver box. And we're kind of filling our eternal home with silver boxes for all the good things we did when we don't ask for the credit right now.
Let us not forget that the entire segment was about removing 3 words from your email and adding 2. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, you didn't do anything.
That's what you should say. And when somebody offers you a compliment,
you're supposed to say thank you.
Say is thank you. And when somebody says thank you to you, you should reply with you're welcome instead of the phrase not a problem. It's no problem. Right? I'm doing.
There's so many rules.
There's etiquette. When somebody says thank you, you should say you're welcome.
Etiquette.
That's the response. It should just come out. But instead, we have to remember the words we're trying to say when we've asked somebody for something, taken their time, spent time with them. Be grateful for it. And the way you're grateful is by saying thank you.
You're welcome. See how it feels? All right.
I was expecting it. You're welcome.
Okay, all right, okay.
I was
We
expecting
got to go to the
that.
commercial break, but when we come, hey, can you keep a secret? So can I.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Join us on August 13th for Summer Toast 2015. It's the premier networking event for Colorado's top marketing and business professionals. Network with over 100 great organizations, companies, and colleges. Meet like-minded people to help you grow your business. Win cool gifts and enjoy all you can eat from Denver's finest eateries. Free cold beer, wine tastings, and of course, Experience Pros Radio Show will be there recording your free 30-second commercials. Your $30 ticket includes all you can eat from Denver restaurants, plus 2 drink tickets. Buy your tickets at summertoast.com.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
John Rush, this afternoon from 3 to 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Is that Earth, Wind, and Fire?
You come into the Pets Center tonight.
Oh, man. Wish I were going.
It would be fun. It would be super fun. We actually have I know several people that are going. They're going to have an incredible time. Do you feel like you just need more tips to get everything done?
Yeah.
I'm a junkie for kind of to-do lists and, when you're standing at the checkout line at the grocery store and, time management. I read all these time management articles. I'm I'm always looking for more ways to get things done and just to be more effective in my day, because I know that what I'm doing isn't the ultimate. Like, we've got more things we want to accomplish. And so I've got to get a grip on what we're doing now.
Well, our friend Alex Kavalokos actually comes up with the secret.
The secret to doing everything.
Whatever.
So, and the reason I like Alex, because Alex too says, I'll admit it, I'm addicted to to-do lists.
So the secret is a list.
It is a list. She says, I like to think that it's a healthy addiction. I feel on top of things. People consider me to be reliable, and I get things done, right? I do. If you want something done, put it on Angel's list. It will happen.
That's
My kids
true.
even know. You want something from, I need a book for school. I need something for, I have to take brownies on Tuesday, whatever. They put it on the shopping list, on the our weekly shopping list that stays on the refrigerator, and I get it done. So not everybody works off of a to-do list, right? It's not an answer for everybody.
True.
But here's some things that if you're just feeling a little disorganized, that Alex recommends.
All right. So on your list, do you use symbols usually that you only you can understand, or do you color code?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I knew it.
Absolutely. So I have a couple different little codes and stuff that I use. Of course, I have a little checklist.
Yeah.
I color code it. I have, if it's in process, like I've started it, it gets a little dot that lets me know it's in process.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. If I've delegated it to somebody else, I put the initials of who I delegated it to. So it reminds me to go back and check on it before it can get a checklist off, because it's not finished. It's not finished.
Unless
It's been delegated.
Done. Yeah, okay.
And so, but there are pieces, even sticky notes. If you don't want like an actual to-do list, a little sticky note for each item, and you kind of put them on your desk and it doesn't get removed until the task is done.
Right.
Those are fun little reminders of things that just to make sure that those things don't fall through the crack. But here's, airplane pilots do this. They have their checklist, because every time you create a system that is duplicatable and consistent, and in their case, for safety,
sure,
you don't necessarily, it's not a life and death situation for you, but there are things that have to get done. Every time you bring on a new client, what's your onboarding process? And I have my little sticky note on my computer, on my laptop that says,
she really does.
These 5 things happen every time we bring on a new client, or every time we bring on a new advertiser. These are the things that have to happen.
Okay.
Certain things have to happen. And so making a list, make sure that things don't fall, that they just don't fall through the cracks. And again, you seem reliable. Don't you think that's a good thing, Eric?
Yes, seeming reliable is a very good thing, and I appreciate all the thought that goes into that. But I have a problem. I get overwhelmed. Let me give you an example. Now, my email inbox is legendary. Used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be.
Used to be, until we had
I deleted
a little error,
I deleted all of them.
and he deleted his entire inbox.
So right now I have only 184 unread emails. And that's just 2 days of
Because he totally. How many did you have approximately? Do you remember what the number was?
96,247.
Yeah, unread emails
Yeah.
in his inbox.
But you don't have to read them all.
Do you know how many unread emails
when you get
I
past
have?
1,000, how many unread emails do you have?
0.
Right. But here's the thing. Don't look down at me, because when I get to 96,000, when I get to 1,000, who has the time to go deleting all those emails? Nobody's got that time. So you just let one day go. One day turns into a week turns into a month. And before you know it, you're over your head with inbound unread emails. And I start to get my blood pressure up.
That's what my LinkedIn emails look like.
Oh, gosh. Don't even get me started there.
All right, so here's
So
the
I get
thing.
overwhelmed. Same thing with my apartment. I can't seem to find a way to stop everything and clean my apartment.
Well, and here's a kind of a downside to the to-do list, because you'll say something like delete emails, clean apartment, a big task,
right?
That actually has hours behind it, right?
That's the problem,
right? And so when we talk about the things that you get to check off, it's things like, answer 2 emails, or answer the emails to this person, or deal with the emails on this subject.
Or delete
do the
20
dishes,
emails.
wipe down the counters, take out the recycling.
Okay, all right. So
delegate.
breaking it down into smaller pieces.
Now, it does seem like then you'd have a lot more items on your to-do list.
Clearly, and then I'm overwhelmed by the piece of paper.
No. But you get then to check them off.
All right.
You get to check them off.
Okay.
Vary your tasks. Alex says it may be that she's a Gen Y, but she says I'm borderline ADD. Either way, I get bored easily. So when I make a to-do list, she says I like to mix easy and tough tasks and vary between business and pleasure. So she mixes it up so it's not all one item related. So she says, answer a colleague's email, water the plants, write my article, call this friend, fold the laundry, send pictures to grandma.
All right. I think I got it.
Yeah. Take
All right.
breaks and reward
Now
yourself.
that I excel at, taking the breaks and rewarding myself. If I do the dishes and get the dishwasher loaded, clean off the countertop, I take a break.
Here's the thing.
And never come back.
Never come back. That's the problem.
Mhm.
I like to have things finished. I can't take a break unless
I
it is
checked
finished.
it off the list. It's done.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go then.
But the rest of the apartment's still a disaster.
So one item checked off the list. Here's the thing that I think as master schedulers and task list makers, we fill every minute of every day. So from 10 to noon, we're doing this. And from 12 to 1, I'm doing that. And in between, I'm doing this. And it's every meeting is scheduled. Every part of my day is kind of called for, accounted for. And the list gets done. What also has to happen is schedule time for breaks, downtime, time where you are away from the computer, where you are not working, where you are just doing things that just kind of fill your soul, spending time with friends and family, working out, and scheduling that in. And so I've actually had to go to an element of this is my off time, this is my downtime, and I block it off in my calendar and in my schedule. And people just know I'm not taking meetings at this time. This is my downtime. This is my breathing time. This is my silent time. This is when I'm re-energizing, recharging, refueling for me. And I think we get too overtasked,
right?
And then we become overburdened. And so making sure that you do have the downtime as well. Alex is the founder of The Muse, where she plans to conquer the world one feature at a time. And
She's
she
a
does
smart girl.
have some spare time. She works in New York and she likes to road bike or try the best froyo in New York City.
Froyo?
Frozen yogurt.
Oh, that froyo.
She says she also loves productivity hacks more than candy. Now, I love productivity hacks, but I also like candy.
All right.
But I think I
Make sure
really
you
like
get
Alex. I think I'm going to have to subscribe to her.
Yeah, the Muse is a great website. We are enjoying it more and more. All right, well, good article, good conversation about those things that there is a secret to getting everything done. Put it on Angel's task list.
It'll get done.
It will get done.
You might not be necessary.
Oh,
I
don't like that.
Check out the calendar at experiencepros.com. Today we have an event where we're going to actually help you create a landing page that's going to drive more traffic and drive more business to you, make your website work for you.
Go Sternstorming at sternstorming.com or come down to visit us at 2821 South Parker Road here in building Tower 2 of the Pavilion Towers. We'd love to see you at 2 o'clock. All right, we have to take a quick station ID here at the top of the hour. Make sure you get the news and all the information that makes the day go on. But we have a whole nother hour of positive business talk coming right after those messages.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
SquareTrade does not cover lost or stolen items. Savings based on 2-year iPhone plan with one claim compared to Asurion total equipment coverage as of April 10th, 2015.
Getting a new Galaxy, iPhone, or other smartphone? Get this. Every 2 seconds, one of us accidentally breaks our phone. So protecting your new smartphone is a smart idea. But if you have insurance from one of those big cell phone companies, you're paying way too much. I'm Steve Abernethy, and I founded SquareTrade to give you a better choice. Phone insurance from Verizon, Sprint, or other wireless carriers can cost you as much as $11 every month, plus up to $199 deductible when you break your phone. SquareTrade phone protection is less than $5 a month with a much lower deductible. We can save you over $240. And switching to SquareTrade is easy. Even if you're locked into a 2-year phone contract with Verizon, Sprint, or other wireless carrier, you can cancel their phone insurance anytime. We'll even show you how.
Switch to SquareTrade now and save over $240. Visit squaretrade.com. That's squaretrade.com.
SquareTrade. KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at KLZ560radio.com. KLZ 560.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm Chris Barnes. The Republican chairing a panel that is holding a hearing on the Iranian nuclear deal says it pretty much comes down to this.
We are being asked to consider an agreement that gives Iran permanent sanctions relief for temporary nuclear restrictions.
California Republican Representative Ed Royce says that hearing opens. And New York Democrat Elliot Engel also not pleased about the accord. He calls it unsettling, asking, how can we trust Iran?
There was the supreme leader, the Ayatollah, chanting death to America, death to Israel. You would think that after agreement was signed with us, there might be a modicum of goodwill, that perhaps they'd keep quiet for a week or two.
Secretary of State John Kerry again in the hot seat before that panel defending the deal. The son of former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi sentenced to death. A Libyan court hands down that sentence to Saif al-Islam Gaddafi and 8 others for war crimes committed during the 2011 revolution that led to Muammar Gaddafi being deposed. Among others are a former intelligence leader and the country's former prime minister. But the United Nations Human Rights Office is raising a red flag. It says it's deeply disturbed by the death sentences, as the trials leading to them did not meet international standards. U.S. consumer confidence at its lowest level since September. The conference board saying the index fell this month as consumers are worried about the job market and events in Greece and China. And their outlook for the next half year also dropping sharply. The Boy Scouts of America board voting to end a blanket ban on gay leaders. Here's the Blaze Radio's Tom Peace.
The National Executive Board ratifying a resolution ending the ban, with nearly 80% of those voting in favor of the move, the change effective immediately.
Under the change, church-sponsored troops can still proceed based on their faith. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
The Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560 Denver. Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is a big business, and your business is our business. How you doing?
I'm just doing fantastic.
Good. I'm not going to do it. Nope.
I didn't ask you to.
I know, but you were
fighting with. Who
no,
are you
you're looking
arguing
like
with?
you're worried that I'm going to say the word buttload, and I'm not going to. I'm not.
Again? Not again, because if you say it,
no, we've already covered
in
this.
the phrase.
We've already covered that conversation. We know.
Can we move on?
Yes.
Please.
Please. What do you have?
What do you mean? What do I have?
Do you have anything to bring?
Don't tell me that.
Do you have a huge?
Don't you do that?
Do you have a huge amount?
Don't you do that?
Oh my! Hey.
Do you have nothing?
No, I've got plenty.
All right.
Did you hear?
Good and plenty.
In Wellington, New Zealand, did you hear that? When they throw the bouquet at a wedding, all the single gals are supposed to line up, and one of them's going to catch it, right?
Yeah.
And that's an indication that they are next in line.
Yep. It's a long-held tradition.
Absolutely.
You throw the bouquet to all the single ladies, the gal who catches it, and then
Some people are so desperate to catch that bouquet.
I don't think so. I think most people are kind of hesitant to have to go out there.
Well, sure, there are some people who
and everybody's like pushing the single girls, go out there, go out there. And
right.
you're like, no, nobody's
there are
really.
some people who are you've met the desperate. I want to be married so bad.
Well, sure, but
that
not necessarily.
One. You know what she dropped when she was trying
off.
to catch the bouquet?
Okay, so there was a gal who was so desperate to catch the bouquet.
Dropped something on her way.
Dropped something.
Right.
What did she drop?
Her baby.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Somebody would not drop a baby.
Caught on
to catch a
camera.
bouquet of flowers.
I'm holding the thing, but here comes a bouquet. Oh, I so desperately need a man. And yeah, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Don't do that.
Is the baby okay?
Of course. Yes.
I know. It is so sad how often babies are dropped on accident. Their little heads get bumped, and
Well, that explains what happened to me.
I know how many times. I know, because they're so fragile and you're so clumsy with them.
Hey, listen,
How sad to have it caught on video at a wedding.
listen, if you're in Stockholm, Sweden,
Did she catch it? I mean,
yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
as long as
it was worth it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, not worth it.
No,
but,
I didn't mean it that way.
But I
didn't mean it that way. No, it's never. Don't drop a baby.
It's like somebody at the baseball game, holding their baby to catch the baseball.
Well, now that guy was just a stud. I'm just saying. He's first of all.
He didn't drop the baby.
He didn't drop the baby. He didn't even think about dropping the baby, and he just reached out his hand and caught that 195 mile an hour baseball. No, if you're in Stockholm, and of course many of our listeners are, you want to make sure that you don't park in the bike path. Okay, because there's rules.
Well, right. You shouldn't park on a bike lane.
Well, there's a cyclist, and I'm being generous by calling him such because he's a generous-sized man. Cyclist was trying to ride in the bike lane, but there was a car parked in the bike lane. So he got off of his bicycle, picked up the back end of the car, and moved it out of the lane.
That man's a stud. That man's a stud. Wow.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is, don't park in the bike lane, and get bigger cars because anybody can move those things.
Apparently. No, he's a big guy. He was a big guy, big, strong guy, big, strapping man who obviously has muscles in more than just his legs. Got strong guns.
All right. Folks, when we come back, Positive Business Talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric. It's the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Finding care for an aging parent or loved one can be a simple and hassle-free process with Home Care Assistance Denver by your side. They are locally owned and provide hourly as well as 24/7 live-in services by caregivers that are custom matched based on client needs. They personalize every care plan to fit your loved one's very specific needs. Call them today to schedule your free in-home assessment. 720-443-3371. 720-443-3371. More information can be found at homecareassistancedenver.com. They love serving your loved ones. Call now, 720-443-3371.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
With rising health costs, unplanned chronic illness, and people living longer, your retirement planning is more important than ever. Many business owners aren't even covered. Talk about it with someone you trust. Call me today, and let's explore what is the best answer for you. 720-356-6474. 720-356-6474. This is Jim Smith with Prudential. Tune in every Monday morning for more tips at 11:35 right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship options, and more. Sign up today at experiencepros.com.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn your company into a household name by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and at the right price. Advertise with the Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with the Experience Pros at experiencepros.com.
Dana Lash, 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show. Very nice to have you along with us. Our next guest is nothing short of I-Amazing.
She is I-Amazing. Maria Vogler owns I-Amazing Studios here in Colorado, over in the Washington Park area. It's where I get my lashes done. But Maria is an expert at helping people gain repeat referral business. She knows that is the backbone of a successful company. She spent 7 years working for a major airline, 20 years as an interior designer, and she's been in this spa industry for the past 3 years. And she's learned a few things about how to retain her customers and keep them coming back, and how to get customers to refer you to others. Maria, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here again.
Maria, I just did the math on all of your career moves, and it sounds like you started out at junior high.
I did.
Yeah,
I think I was 12.
All right.
You had to have. You absolutely had to have. I actually saw some of those numbers and thought, no way.
Impossible.
No way. But when it comes to the spa industry, and you think about going out and getting customers, I think we all want to figure out, okay, we work so hard to get those customers. How do we get people to refer us? How do we get them to come back? And so I love this topic. This is just perfect for all of our listeners today.
Good. Hopefully I can give some good tips to people.
All right. I got my notes ready. Go.
Okay. So one of the things that I've learned over the business is people do business with people, not a company. And I think everybody's heard that.
Yes.
So what I believe people need to do, the number one thing is find a way to infuse your personality into your brand and into your location. And I think you can do that a couple of different ways. With my design background, one of the ways is make your space feel like you.
Oh.
You want it, if you're a high-tech industry, on the cutting edge, have energy there, have brighter colors, more lights, more high advanced design. If you're a spa and you want it to be quiet, soft music, soft colors, you want people to walk into the space and go, when they walk in.
And boy, I'll tell you, we do every time.
And we do when we walk into
Amazing Creations is amazing.
Because I think your brand and your location have to be an extension of your personality and the culture that you've created for your business. So I think that's number one. A good example of that is a auto mechanic down the road from us, and you could literally have a picnic on their floor because it is so clean. And I see them every night cleaning their
auto mechanic?
The mechanics workshop. And I'm thinking, if they take that much care with their workshop, they're going to take really good care of my car.
You bet.
So I think all of that. One other point really quick is if you're not a brick and mortar, you can do that through your website, through your online stuff, by infusing it with your branding, with your colors. You can, make your website a little more wow, if that's what your business is.
Sure.
Make it a little softer.
And I'll take that one step further and agree with you. We do it with our voices and our personalities, the characters that we play here on the show. We call them characters, but they're really just magnified extensions of who we are.
Exactly. Exactly.
Eric is a character. I'm not a character. Well, I think your interior design background absolutely shows up at the iMazing Studios. I've been to different lash salons. We all go to the nail salon, the hair salon, and the atmosphere that you have created, even from some of the offerings. You've got the aromatherapy going. You've got the specialty waters there, and then all the nice little treats that do keep customers coming back. Even just a little blanket to throw over our lap as we're laying there getting our lashes down. Okay, so infusing some personality. Great tip. What's another thing that we can do?
So another thing that I think you can do, and this goes along with part of extreme customer service, but it's a piece that we forget, and that are the little things and going above and beyond.
Sure.
So like you mentioned, giving your client a blanket, having a recliner for them to lay into instead of a flat table. You have an hour-long appointment with your client. You notice that they haven't drank their coffee. Offer to heat it for them before they leave.
Smart.
She did that for me.
Offer to give them their water in a to-go cup.
Yeah.
It was pouring down rain all spring long. I kept umbrellas on hand, and every client that came in while it was dry, it was raining when they left, I gave them an umbrella to take home with them. I mean, we forget those little things, but it's going above and beyond, and people remember that.
You bet those little details make all
Those
the
little
difference.
details, Maria, those are the things that totally set a company apart. And every one of those is something simple. Let me heat up your coffee. Let me put it in a to-go cup.
Yeah, you can get umbrellas for a couple of bucks,
Right.
and but it's an investment in customer retention and the experience.
Exactly.
I love that.
Those are
What
great
else you
tips.
got?
Okay, one more tip that I have, and we all have rewards program, or you want to take care of the people that are referring to you. But I think another piece that can take that a step further is to take care of the person being referred to you. We always say, oh, I'm so glad you came, but really let them know that you are so appreciative of them trusting that referral. Maybe give them a little gift or a discount on that service. You know, we all give the referring person a discount. Well, what about the person that's being referred to us?
I think that's brilliant.
I think that's a
Yeah.
added step that people can take it.
And you mentioned two things. You said give them a gift or give them a discount. And I'm glad that you brought up both, because, I'm not a big keen guy on the whole discounting thing, because, you're worth whatever it is you charge. But to give something special, an additional on top of a present. Oh,
Well, they're trusting that referrer to come to you and try
Right.
it out. And so to make them feel special, they're going to want to go and refer you pretty immediately.
And they're going to want to come back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not just enough, like you said, to get the referral in there.
Yep.
It's about getting that referral to come back as well.
Yeah, Curtis Lucy with Amcard says take a chance every day, and they took a chance by trusting that referral.
Exactly.
Love that.
These are great tips. Of course, Maria Vogler in the studio with us from iMazing Creations, imazingcreations.com. Do you have any other tips that you wanted to get out to our listeners?
That's good.
Is that
today.
good? Okay, so let's talk about iMazing. Tell our listeners where it's located and all the fabulous services that you provide.
So we are in the heart of Denver on Old South Pearl Street. We are a lash and skincare studio. We do eyelash extensions, skincare, waxing, and we are getting ready. I'm excited about this to add a whole menu of specialty mud treatments.
I am hooked on the mud.
I am too.
I am a mud
I
junkie.
did a back facial over there, and I didn't even know you had face on your back. But you can get a back facial. Is what it's called.
Back facial.
Oh my gosh, it's just amazing.
You guys are just so easy and fun to work with, Maria. Your lash club is amazing. iMazing. It is iMazing. I tell everybody about it. It's so awesome. When you talk about the maintenance of having lashes, you make it so easy. You make it easy if I have to change my appointment. She'll reheat your coffee when it's been sitting there. She does have the umbrellas. All the little treats that make you just feel really pampered every time you go into iMazing. And of course, incredible service. The lashes are beautiful.
Thank you.
You guys, you just do an excellent job. If somebody wants to make an appointment at iMazing Creations and come and check it all out, what's the best way for them to do that?
Two ways. They can call us, 720-479-8334.
Do that again, please.
720-479-8334.
Okay.
Or they can book online. We have an awesome online scheduling at imazingcreations.com.
iMazing. So you think of the word amazing and you just replace the letter A with EYE, imazingcreations.com. Maria, thanks so much for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me.
This is good stuff.
Yeah,
This
you
is
brought
really
great
good stuff.
value
Yes,
to
absolutely.
the audience. We're grateful for that. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk, biz tips, and insights coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The experienced pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
The business professionals at Extreme Relationship Management know that networking is one of the best ways to create word-of-mouth marketing for your business. They also know that many of you feel like it's a complete waste of time. The difference is knowing how to network and what to do with all those business cards that you collect. Tune in every Thursday to learn about the ERM networking laws, and be sure to sign up for the next ERM class. Extreme Relationship Management offers training and events to help you realize how rewarding networking can be. Train it the ERM way. Find them online at extremerelationshipmanagement.com and call 855-I-LIKE-ERM to find out more about their next class.
Edgetronics wants you to be happy with your business phone system. Get your phones to work for you, not against you. The friendly folks at Edgetronics can help you plan ahead to keep your business operating when there may be a phone system outage. They offer solutions with VoIP, non-VoIP, and hybrid telephone systems. Upgrade to the system with features that will meet your company's growing needs. Call today at 303-766-1699. That's 303-766-1699. No business is too small or too large, and the customer service at Edgetronics will make you smile. Call now, 303-766-1699, or online at edgetronics, that's with an X.com.
Gentlemen, it's time to step it up a notch. I'm talking about your clothing. Sure, we're all super casual here in Colorado, but there's something to be said for dressing to match your market. You need personal stylist Michelle Martinez. Michelle will come to where you are, custom measure you for an unmatched fit, and help you find your next outfit, all without breaking the bank. Luxury starts with premium materials, and Michelle's got the best Italian fabrics. And talk about value, your clothes delivered straight to you, saving you tons. Call Michelle today, 720-261-4914. That's 720-261-4914.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
Radio show. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are it's time for business tips and insights, and we are blessed to be talking to our good friend Greg Bashaw with the Colorado Micro Business Alliance.
Greg, welcome to the show.
Hello, Angel Eric. I'm glad to be here.
Very nice to have you with us today, Greg. What are we talking about today?
So today we're talking about beginning with the end in mind.
Oh,
it seems very smart to begin with the end in mind.
It's complicated.
How do we go about doing that, Greg?
Well, so what I'm sharing on here, these are experiences that I had, things that I learned the hard way in going from a novice small business owner to becoming a pretty experienced small business owner. So I think I want to begin sharing this by what not to do.
What not to do?
Exactly. So,
Eric needs to listen up.
Okay. don't begin with the beginning in mind.
Yeah, so I think it's easy, especially as a brand new small business owner, just to jump right in and begin. And my experience in beginning as a small business owner was that the combination of the pressure to bring in the cash as fast as possible in conjunction with all the thousands and thousands of things that I had to do as a brand new small business owner made it so that I was responding every single day. And then pretty soon, after a while, I found that the business that I had created was nothing like whatever vague idea I had in mind in the first place, because I didn't do it intentionally. And so I think that if you do it differently, if you take a time at the beginning to step back and really think about what your destination is, where you want to go, and have a very clear, detailed view of where you want to get to. So how much money are you making? What does a typical day and week look like? Who are you hanging out with? Who are you working with? What do your clients look like? What would your ideal clients be? What kind of friends would they be? So where's your office? How is it decorated? To be very detailed down to the last nth degree. I think if you do that and you make your daily decisions within that context with a purpose and a direction, then you're creating something intentionally rather than accidentally. So that's my tip today.
That is an excellent tip, Greg. I think we could have taken lots of notes,
Absolutely.
lots of great tips in that tip as well. But begin with the end in mind. Talking about what not to do, I think as entrepreneurs, we chase those shiny things. We get so distracted. It's really easy to just kind of do the fun stuff and get completely off track, which is why we are so blessed to have you as part of the team here every single week. Greg, if somebody is starting their own business or is part of a small business, how do they get involved with the Colorado Micro Business Alliance?
Oh, we would love to have them. So they can get in touch with us by calling us at 303-848-3232. So that's 303-848-3232. Or they can visit us on our website at coloradomicrobusinessalliance.com.
And why would somebody want to join you? I mean, give some benefit. What are the 3 points that you excel at there?
I'm glad you asked. So the Colorado Micro Business Alliance really does three big things. So we are a political advocate for the micro business owner. So a micro business has 10 or fewer employees. And I think in the political sphere of things, sometimes they don't have a voice. And so we aim to be that voice. The second thing that we do is we do some training. And we do some training on a big scale. And we have some really cool training coming up in September. And then finally, we also do volume purchasing on behalf of micro business owners. I think micro business owners often get the worst possible deals out there, but by banding together and buying those business products and services that they normally buy, we can get the best possible deals that exist out there. And so that's what we do at Simba.
Okay, one more question, Greg. How expensive is your service?
It's pretty dang cheap. So it's $5 a month or $48 a year.
What?
We do that on purpose to make it as easy as possible.
What?
Did you say $5 a month?
That's what I said.
Or $48 a year. Folks, call now, Greg, the number one more time.
848. So 303-848-3232.
You can also find them online at coloradomicrobusinessalliance.com. We're part of Colorado Micro Business Alliance and encourage all of our members and listeners to join up as well. Have a voice when it comes to political advocacy for small business. Make sure that you are getting the best value out there. Collaborate with other business owners and get the business training that you need. Greg Bashaw with business tips every single week here on the Experience Pros radio show. Check them out, coloradomicrobusinessalliance.com, and sign up to be a member with their low rate of $48 a year. Greg, thanks so much for the tip today.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, Eric and Angel.
You are as well.
All right. Well, tomorrow well, actually not tomorrow, coming up this week
Yes.
is the Epic Summer Summit.
Yes, that's Thursday afternoon.
Thursday, July 30th in the afternoon. You can get your tickets, so buy one, get one free tickets at theconnectingexperts.com, theconnectingexperts.com.
Carrie Conley's going to be speaking on End It the Way You Intend It.
Right. It's helping you get back on track and just making sure that you are on track to hit all the goals that you set for yourself in the year 2015. And we talk about 2015 vision, and you go to the eye doctor, 2020.
2020 is really good.
Well,
Yeah.
2015 is even better.
Absolutely.
This could be your best year ever.
And don't wait 5 years, folks, for 2020. Oh.
Turn 2015 into your best year ever. Join us for the Connecting Experts. Here, Carrie Conley Talk. There's going to be some workshops, a vendor event, and networking. Sign up for BOGO tickets. Buy one, get one at theconnectingexperts.com.
Tremendous value for you there. All right, folks, when we come back, we got more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Let's face it, you're stuck. Sure, your business is stable, but you've been floundering it even for too long. It's time to call Stephanie Scheller. Stephanie is a systems, business, and marketing coach who's helped over 300 companies improve their results by setting up systems and holding them accountable to trackable growth. Sometimes all you need is a fresh perspective and a little bit of accountability to break through to the next level of your success story. Call Stephanie today, 210-426-6956, and just talk to her. 210-426-6956. She can help. It's your business. Call today.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
4 local groups have joined forces to create one epic event to keep your business on track. On July 30th, join Infinite Nation, the Connecting Experts, Extreme Relationship Management, and the Experience Pros Radio Show at the PPA Event Center for the Epic Summer Summit. Come to network, connect, and get focused on keeping your goals on track. Get your BOGO tickets for the Epic Summer Summit online at theconnectingexperts.com. Theconnectingexperts.com. Proceeds benefit Mile High Women's Outreach, helping to stop human trafficking here in Colorado. Make a difference and attend the Epic Summer Summit on July 30th.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, where we like to say we did. We got here as quickly as we could.
We absolutely did. Love bringing you positive business talk, inspiring training for small business every single day. Love that for some of you it replaces your morning coffee. If you miss out on your morning coffee, you get that little pick-me-up just by listening.
And if you're drinking your morning coffee, I might get it to come through your nose.
That is true. So you want to know the secret to building a successful company?
Yes.
Always. We always do. Well, here is what Julia Hartz from Eventbrite says. She says you need to hire the right people.
Hire the right people.
You need to hire the right people.
Oh, absolutely.
She says it sounds simple, but it's surprisingly hard to tell who will succeed based on a 15-second resume. Like when you're skimming that 15-second resume,
right,
or even the 30-minute interview. But she says, here's what she knows. She says, if you hire for these 4 qualities.
Oh.
These 4 qualities.
You said nothing about the qualities.
4 qualities. It is almost impossible to hire the wrong person.
Well,
almost.
Can I make the
almost impossible? No, we're gonna listen to you.
Right.
All right.
Mine's more entertaining.
Yours probably is, although you might like it. You might actually think you might like what she has to say.
Let's see what she has to say.
She says the first thing you want to hire for, because we're talking about actually hiring for the character of somebody.
Right.
She says instead of examining their background, their cover letter, even their Ivy League background, she says we instead look at the person's character. And so here are the qualities you want everybody to have.
Quality number one.
Grit.
What?
Grit.
That's stuff I get in my teeth when I eat oysters.
Grit. She says, you want somebody who has just some great human spirit behind them. When the going gets tough, when the obstacles mount, when the resources are scarce, people with grit always find a way to make it happen.
These are the people that, rather than focusing on possibility of failure, which is always a possibility,
right?
They hit the ground running and say, you know what, that boat ain't sinking. Give me another bucket.
They do it with so much creativity and motivation that they leave the mere idea of failure in the dust. I love that sentence.
I've got grit.
You have grit.
I do.
Leave the mere idea of failure in the dust.
Yeah.
Eric's got grit. Adam on our team has grit. Cher has grit. I think we absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's how you assess the trait of grit in a candidate.
All right.
She says she'll often ask, tell me about a time when you were facing great adversity in your role, in your previous role, in your schooling or whatever. She says, here's the secret. I'm more interested in the tactics this person used to overcome the obstacle than the obstacle itself.
Oh, that makes sense. Absolutely. You're screening. The candidate may think that you're just wanting to, get to the story. What was the obstacle and how did you overcome? It's the how you overcame it that is really being. I like that one.
Well, and that, I think I'm going to use this sentence again and again, that they leave the mere idea of failure in the dust. This was this thing, it was going to shut down. They were going to come in and close the doors, but we rallied together, we got it going, and we kept it open.
This company, Experience Pros, was founded on 3 words. Nothing is impossible, right? Nothing is impossible. And therefore, we simply refuse to fail. Have we made mistakes? Do we stumble and fall? Of course we do. We're human.
All the time.
But my gosh, failure, if it is truly not an option, then get on about the success.
Well, and it is a possibility every single day, is it not? And yet we kind of look at it and say, go away.
All right. So I'll let that one replace the first one on my list.
You liked grit.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
The second one, she says, is collaborative tendencies.
Oh, okay.
She says the power of their company lies within the creative strength of the collective team.
Right.
So oftentimes they reach their goal faster by kind of working together to find the best solution. I mean, who doesn't, right?
Sure.
Left alone in our own little cubicle to figure it out on our own when we're struggling, opportunity cost. How long is it going to take us to fix it? How many bright ideas do we have all on our own?
Listen, I've said it for years. I'm not the brightest bulb in the knife drawer, but I do know one thing better than almost anybody I've ever met, and that is how to surround myself with people who are smarter than me. Because in the diversity of our culture, things get done. You know how to do sticky notes and organization better than I ever will. Why would I try to reinvent that? Why would I try to be another you? Instead, you allow me, by being as organized as you are, you allow me to be what I am. And so I love that.
And there are times where I'll say something to Eric and I'll watch him, like his whole body language, like kind of go, do I need to shift? I'm like, not right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish what you're doing.
I definitely need that.
Just later on, this is where we're going to go next. And she says, so how do you find somebody with collaborative tendencies? She'll ask the candidate to describe the best office environment they've ever been a part of. In the answer, I'm looking for a person who clearly understands and respects that collaboration is the heart of a winning team.
Look out for the I statements. Those are landmines to that.
I did this, I did that, I started that, I.
And you
that's not collaborative.
are not my person.
Curiosity is the third trait.
Oh, that killed the cat.
Well, she says we need to be constantly moving forward. So the more curious a person is, the more likely they are open to learning, always looking for new information. She wants everyone that they hire to understand the undercurrents of our business and the world around us.
All right, so more global picture than really what's right in front of them.
She says, hint, anyone can ask how we came up with the idea to start Eventbrite. I'm actually more impressed with educated and probing questions about our company's philosophies and strategies. So, when you're asking questions, make sure if you are interviewing for a job that you always have a question to ask. And when they say, do you have any questions for us?
Right.
Remember, you're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
And a pipe might help. Because if you're carrying a pipe, you just look curious.
Curious?
Yes. Tell me what made you really decide this was the career path for yourself?
What's that?
That's me chomping on the pipe.
Do they do that?
Yeah. They chew on the pipe.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to have a sound effects board. Otherwise, I would have the perfect chewing on the pipe.
No, I would
sound.
Still not know what it was. I would like. Why are you making this little click,
but this
click,
is
sound?
my closest impression of a pipe. Makes you look curious.
It makes you look curious. Yeah. All right. So if you're not curious, perhaps a pipe, Sherlock Holmes little hat.
Yeah, no. Leave the hat.
Notebook where you're taking notes. And I'm curious. What made you decide to?
Just the pipe.
Oh, just the pipe.
Yeah.
All right.
Try that in your next interview.
We're talking about 4 character traits to help you. Almost impossible to hire the wrong person when you have these 4 character traits. And the last one is empathy.
Sympathy?
Empathy. Emotional intelligence, she says, is high on her list for must-haves in a great team member. Not because we just want a homogenous community of social beings. It's because empathy is the root of mindfulness, connection, great leadership, and deep bonds.
I'll go one step further. I think that it actually drives that very foundation of trust in an organization, and it gets the teams to push together and push each other to be better and achieve greater things.
I'll tell you what, that right there describes the Experience Pros Network.
It really does.
We talk about we must have that empathy because we have an organization that pushes each other to be better and to achieve greater things together. I think we should put that somewhere on our site because
I agree.
That is the description. We've been talking about the group, the collaboration, that you don't get this kind of support just everywhere. People truly helping each other build their business. You get a lot of networking.
Right.
Let's buy from each other.
Right.
But in the Experience Pros Network, let's help each other. Let's grow together. Let's dream bigger, do things we've never done before.
And by the way, folks, we're talking about more than just the 4 people that make up the office staff of Experience Pros today. We're talking about all the businesses that we serve and represent, and we're all members of a collective that truly does push each other, and we want to achieve those greater things together. I like that.
Yeah, so come dream with us. Check out all of the events we've got going on the Experience Pros calendar, and even apply for membership if this sounds like something you want to be a part of.
By the way, empathy is absolutely palpable. You can see palpable, or you can see empathy. It has more to do with body language and eye contact than it does with the words coming out of their mouth. You know when somebody is empathetic. You know when somebody is authentic. And
Yeah, there isn't a question here. She doesn't have a question here that says, this is how I prove and find it.
No,
She just,
you
get the vibe.
It.
She says, I can't predict the future of who will be the highest performer at Eventbrite from one interview, but she does notice that grit, collaboration, curiosity, and empathy are key indicators of success.
Totally replaced my 4.
Do we even want to know what we don't, do we?
Probably not.
No. This is why Eric actually doesn't usually do the initial interview. Because, he comes back with, they ate tacos and I don't know.
Tacos was on the list.
Right.
All right. Folks, don't go anywhere. When we come back, more positive business talk. We'll put a bow on this and wrap it up for you. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Women-owned businesses are on the rise, but where do you go when the bank says no? Ladies, you know it's tough to secure the capital necessary to launch or develop a new business. You need to know attorney Steve Replin of the Replin Law Group. Steve specializes in helping women secure hard money lending when no one else will step up. You have an ally in Steve Replin. He has the knowledge and resources to get you the money you need to grow your business. Call Steve today. It's Money in the Bank, your bank. 303-322-7919 or replinlawgroup.com.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Anyone can wash a car, but Bumper Dock Denver Auto Detailers can give your car the care it deserves. Get your car looking astonishing for another beautiful Colorado weekend. Bumper Dock Denver is just a phone call away. At Bumper Dock Professional Detail restores and protects your vehicle from damage caused by the sun and other factors. Special attention is paid to every inch of your vehicle. Bumper Dock Denver offers the most comprehensive auto detailing service available. Bumper Dock Denver, 303-369-7292 or BumperDockDenver.com.
Join us on August 13th for Summer Toast 2015. It's the premier networking event for Colorado's top marketing and business professionals. Your $30 ticket includes all you can eat from Denver restaurants, plus 2 drink tickets. Get your tickets at summertoast.com.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706 or visit rivierafinance.com.
As a business owner, you know what it's like to wear a bunch of hats, and we know it too, which is why our very best advice to you is to outsource your accounting to By the Numbers Bookkeeping and Accounting. Philip Aronoff is well known to listeners and members of the Experience Pros Network. He was voted the best bookkeeper in the state of Colorado during the Fan Braggin contest, and he can absolutely help you build your business while making sure your accounting is all taken care of. Call Philip today and take that bookkeeping hat off for good. 720-837-0860. That's 720-837-0860.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
The Dana Show, 6 p.m. weekdays on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Hey, there is one word that we have discovered. Before we were ever radio talk show hosts, we were trainers and consultants, and we trained on what we call extreme customer service. And we believe that the first line of customer service starts with the employees in a workplace. That being said, leadership had quite a bit to do with our training, and we discovered that there is one word that strikes honest to goodness fear into leadership when it comes to workplace training.
I know, it's really surprising because you would think this would be your favorite word of all, right?
Oh, no.
You know, that this would be the one thing you were excited about finally having, being in a leadership role, a management role.
Makes people sweat, makes them stutter, freaks them out.
So what is the word?
Pumpernickel.
Delegation.
Oh, that one.
Delegation. It is so scary for new managers, but we're going to help you with some 4 delegation basics that will make it a lot less scary for you to add more people to your to-do list.
Yeah, the biggest fear with delegation is that if I give that task, that job, that project away, it's assigned to me, and I give it away, if I delegate it, then my value is somehow diminished and therefore...
not needed. If I'm delegating all this stuff, then my role isn't as necessary. And I think when you get in that middle management role,
right,
it gets a little scary if you're offloading items. But here's the thing. If you want to become a highly productive person, whether it's work or in life, you have to learn to delegate. And it's not just about offloading tasks, but it's actually learning, it's discerning what is worth and not worth your time to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. I remember the first time when we finally hired a housekeeper, to come and clean the house. I'm working, and then it was a Saturday that we weren't working, and I'm scrubbing my kids' toilet in their bathroom, which was ick, and I thought, it is my day off. This is my day off, and this is not what I want to be doing on my day off. I've worked too hard to have my day off be scrubbing my kids' toilet.
Delegate that out.
So, there's elements even in your job, we talk about, and this has been a conversation around here a lot recently because there's just so many items that are on our plate, things that even Eric and I are doing. Like, this is not our best use of our time.
Right.
And so here's some tips on how to delegate. First of all, make things tangible.
Okay.
It's recommended that you outline your objectives, your goals, your expected outcomes, per week, per day even, or per quarter to give you an idea of the challenges both you and your team are facing. You probably can't do it a whole quarter at a time because there are things that show up and you're like, this month is this new thing that we have to get done.
Yeah, offloading your to-do list is more than just lightening your load, right? It is about empowerment. It's about giving your team an opportunity to develop as individual leaders themselves.
The same way it allows you to be a more impactful manager.
Team. Together, everyone achieves more.
And team is just not working with a group of people. It's people who trust each other. So certain projects have to be completed in certain ways. Like, you get that. But really, does it have to be, as long as the outcome is achieved, you don't have to micromanage how they get there.
Calling all micromanagers, listen carefully. When you delegate but you don't trust, you're not delegating, you're babysitting.
Well, here's the thing. You tend to hover, right? And you're checking in and checking on and looking over their shoulder. I don't know why, but that behavior of somebody coming up behind me and looking over my shoulder at my workspace.
I know.
Least favorite.
Let me tell you something. Angel and I have a very positive work relationship, and we trust each other implicitly. Eric is not welcome hovering over Angel's shoulder.
Nobody is.
I'm not allowed to come in. I have to ask permission to look at her screen.
I don't know what it is. Something bad must have happened to me as a child.
Maybe.
Because somebody coming in and like watching over and watching me, it was probably like my typing teacher, who used to like look over to see and watch you type. And like, that behavior to me is like, I'm an adult, I'm a big girl, get out of my space.
Yeah, when given the invitation to come in and view something on Angel's desk, it's usually on my knee so that I don't
you don't hover. I don't know why. It's a weird thing for me, but
listen, you got to trust the people that you delegate stuff to, but don't micromanage them, because if you literally, if you don't trust them, if you are taking it back or telling them this is how you do it and this is how you do it, folks, you're babysitting, and that's not delegation. That's actually adding
to your workload, right? If you've got to be there while they're doing it, that you haven't delegated anything. You can schedule some weekly meetings to discuss the agendas and the goals. You can create guidelines for what you expect the finished project to look like, deadlines along the way of when you want to see pieces of it come to your desk or for approval if necessary. But let them find their way to get it done. And they'll ask you for suggestions or questions if they need help along the way.
All right, so I got a question for you, because the biggest thing that I see when I consider a possible delegation opportunity is, and nobody does it better than me.
That's what you think, right? I learned this. This is my project. I know how to do it.
I invented it.
Nobody can do it better than me, and I don't want to depend on somebody else. This is you. I don't want to depend on somebody else to get this thing done. I need to have it in my bailiwick.
Hold on. I'm getting better at this delegation thing. I am.
Well, we all are.
But what you just said is not entirely accurate. I want to make sure that we set the record straight here. I don't mind the delegation process. I don't mind giving it away to somebody else.
I just want to know exactly what they're doing.
I have to know how to do it myself first. I have to.
Somebody has a little challenge, a little issue with the delegation.
There are only a
thing,
few exceptions to this, and that usually has to do with my car's engine.
He's working on it because he can't learn that one. So, if he thinks he can learn it, he's going to want to know exactly how you do it before you do it, right? So here's the thing. Acceptance that you don't have to know how it's all done will empower you. It will give you peace of mind and allow you to be free to see the bigger picture and to work on the bigger things rather in that nitty gritty of somebody else who truly is the expert. You don't have to sit there babysitting. You don't have to know how they do it. You just have to know that it's getting done.
This is the whole dang thing with a smile on your face. I think it was a smirk. Make delegating a habit. Listen, successful delegators plan their tasks out with one eye on the items that they can assign to others. If offloading feels unnatural to you, well, pick up a few new habits. Make it a habit to give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Well, here's the thing. You probably have people that support the job that you do anyways, right? If you have an assistant, let them handle the administrative tasks, giving them access to your calendar.
That scared the tar out of you when I got access to your calendar.
And empower them to help you manage it.
Have I ever abused it?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so, no. There are some different apps and things that help you keep you organized. Offloading administrative tasks are the first thing to help you stay organized and focused on the larger goals ahead. Delegators are successful because they have a clear line of sight and know how best to allocate their time. We take my to-do list, all the things that I want to see happen, and I work on it with Cher, and we figure out what are the best things for me to do. And most of the time I need her to tell me, Angel, I can do that.
I can do that.
I can do that.
And so there it is. It's not simply an ability to unload work onto somebody else. That's what most people think about delegation.
It's an opportunity to maximize the productivity of the entire group or the entire system.
Because team, together, everyone achieves more.
We're achieving more every single day. Are you wanting to achieve more with your business? Sign up to become a member of the Experience Pros Network at experiencepros.com. One click gets you started involved in membership. And we've got some exciting things going on. Lots of fun news coming up. In very short order.
You want to check that out. You can't wait for that news to come over the airwaves. Go and check out facebook.com/Experience Pros. It's all there. And so are you. At least we hope you are. We want to thank you for tuning in. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, it is with full hearts of gratitude that we say thank you for being our reason why. You really are the reason that we do what we do, and we believe in you so much that we decided to take it to the airwaves. Positive business talk is more than a notion. It's a real thing, the movement that's happening every day. More information about that in the archives of this show and all the other shows we've ever done at experiencepros.com. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Are you hiring but not sure where to find the best